Hey there, everybody. All right, so here we are, day 2 of the 72 Plymouth B-Body restore, and I thought I'd take some time to clear some things up. I was talking in the last video about the next step was to remove the front section of the car, the front clip, as they call it, and I realized that you can't really remove the front clip on these cars. The 1960 Chrysler went from the full frame body mounted to the frame. You know, like you hear the term off-frame restoration. Well, you can't do that with this car or the Chrysler cars after 60. And there's a few exceptions, I think the Imperial, but I'm not 100% positive. But anyway, so with the unibody car, the suspension kind of ties in to the side panels inside the engine bay. Your frame rails are actually attached to the body, so the body acts as the frame. And so you can't really remove the front clip, which is a bummer, because when you're working on an old car like this and you're putting in a big block like I am, 440, it's nice to have that full access to everything on the sides, especially when you're dealing with the exhaust. The exhaust, you know, the engine's big and takes up a lot of space, and the exhaust makes it a bit of a tight fit, right? So it's really hard to get in there and work on it with the front clip on, and it's really nice to do an install without that front clip. And so I'm not actually going to be able to do a full clip removal because it's a unibody. I'm still going to take off the fenders and the radiator core support, things like that, so it does open up the front and make it easier to put the engine in, but not quite as easy as a full front clip removal. So I just thought I'd clear that up in case you're watching this and you're hopefully learning something from me, and I want to make sure you've got the information fully correct. So today, the goal is to get the hood, the fenders, the radiator core support, get that all removed and make it easier to get into that engine bay. And then also the wheels, which are mismatched, and just whatever I could get on the car so I could roll it. The tires are pretty much just completely rotted away. I'm surprised that they held air. It's like 3 of the 4 tires held air when I started and moved it, and now only 2 of the tires hold air, and they hold it temporarily at best. I've got new tires and wheels on the way, so that it'll make it easier to move this thing around. If I need access to my lift, I want to be able to pull this thing out of the way and still use my lift. So that's the goal. That's what we're going to do today. It's not going to take very long, I don't think. I've wetted, as I told you in the previous video, the bolts and nuts with PB brake, which works really well, and wire wheeled everything, so it should come apart pretty quick. I'm not going to set up a video and do like the fast track watching me tear the car apart. You're just going to get the before and afters kind of thing. Videos take a long time to edit and upload, and I just don't want to put that much time into making extra entertaining content. This is strictly for documenting the restore of my Plymouth, and for anyone that's into doing it, and maybe hopefully throw in some information that'll be useful to you if you're doing a restore on a similar car. That's all I have for now. The next video will hopefully be of the car pulled apart, and any information I might be able to share that I thought about or picked up as I was doing it. All right, we'll catch you on the next one. Hey there, everybody. Well, welcome back to the 72 B-Body restore inspection tear apart. Day 2. At the end of day 2, we've got the front fenders, valance, hood removed and the windshield. Yeah, pretty tired. Went well, got everything unbolted. I only had to cut one bolt and had one screw strip out. So, you know, considering how old this car is, 50 plus years, 52 years, and out in the weather, again, I feel pretty lucky. So there you have it. It's a short video. Like I said, I wasn't going to do a video of me tearing it down. It's just documentation of it happening. I'm going to flip it around and we'll get up close and we can see everything a little bit closer. And anyway, all right, so there we go, a little bit closer, see the details a little more of what we got done. Interesting to note is that the fender, which I kind of already knew, but I'm going to show you. When I first got this car, I didn't know much about it. I thought it was a 71, and that fender right there is from a 71, but it was apparently a replacement fender from what it was originally, because this is a 72. That's confirmed. As you can see, I've got the windshield out now. I'll be putting in a new windshield. I just got to clean up the goo on the sill right there, get all that cleaned off, and then we'll put a new windshield in there with some glue. And what else? Oh yeah, one of the people that commented on the very first video about me pulling the car out and getting ready to restore it, their response was, why? And it's like, well, for me at the time, it was 20, I don't know, 20, 21, somewhere around there, 22. And the guy said I could have the car for 75 bucks if I went and got it. And I was broke. So 75 bucks was a great deal. And I could afford to get that. It was a Mopar, and it was the best I could do. If I could have had my choice, I would have done a Charger or Challenger or Super B or a Pontiac GTO. That would have been awesome. And so that's why. But also, I like the look of the car. I had a 71 previously that I got for really cheap, and got evicted from our place because we couldn't pay our rent, and the landlord, wanting to inflict the most damage he could, he had my 71 towed. And of course I couldn't afford to get it out of the tow yard. Hell, I was homeless at that point. So anyway, this turned out to be a great replacement. Good deal, and that's why. But I also, in the comments, shared a link with them of a 71, which they look identical. I mean, not exactly the same, 71, 72, and there's definitely a difference in value. But the point being is the body style looked good, and you know, someone was willing to pay $82,000 for it. So there's another good reason why. I bought this car for 75 bucks. I bought a 440 engine and a transmission for 500, also years ago. And I'm going to be able to put this car together for fairly cheap. And it will be worth way more than I paid for it. And believe me, this car with a 440 in it is going to be a rocket. So, yeah, that's why.